Hello from gardening at Dwetse in Ireland. As you can see, it's a very, very windy and wet day. Look at my poor brave Brugmansia trying to flower in the garden. Oh dear. As you can see, I'm not going empty-handed because I have this very large Ficus that I don't want anymore in my plant room. It got a bit too crowded and Tina wants it. And also this little box of tricks. It includes a Culminara Masai Red. My plant got divided recently. A couple of packets of seeds down there. And some dahlia cuttings, because dahlias can be propagated even with hollow stems, even with buds in autumn, providing you give them bottom heat over winter. Right, let's go to Tina's. And here I am in Tina's kitchen, and those of you who have subscribed for a while will recall that I visited Tina's house last year and we had a look around at her gorgeous plant collection. So that's exactly what we're going to do again. As you can see, there have been some orchids involved and an order that had to be picked up today. But can you see it yet in the background? Look at this display. Wow, 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 wow. Do you see it there on the right? It's Cattleya maxima, and the scent emanating from this plant is just wonderful. Now I can't put my finger on what it smells like, but one thing's for sure, it is absolutely magnificent. And this plant has been in flower for a good number of weeks. For Tina, how many weeks has it been in flower? It's been in flower for about 4 weeks, and as you can see, it's still looking pretty fresh. Only now the sepals are beginning to turn very slightly brown, so it's really done well. This is 2 spikes and each has 3 flowers. Well, one has 3 flowers and one has 2. And I don't know if you recall, but last time I made a tour of Tina's collection, this Cattleya was in sheath. And Tina could see the buds inside the sheath, but they just didn't seem to be progressing at all. So Tina put a little mark on it so that she'd know when it actually got to do something. And wow, they certainly were worth waiting for. And if we move down to the left, we'll see Tina's forbesii, Cattleya forbesii, which has had a summer flower for her. Now you may recall that mine got a bud, a sheath and a bud as usual in the summer, but mine dried up. As usual, I seem to be only able to flower this one once a year. Yet Tina's got 2 flowers out of this, 2 spikes out of it at 2 different times during the year, so it's doing really well. Lovely, lovely little thing. And then to the left we have Sweet Memory Liodoro. Now, the shape of the flowers on Tina's are slightly different to mine, but let's go in and have a sniff. Damp lemons, yeah, smells of damp lemons. Look at this gorgeous little fowl, I just love it to bits. Wonderful lip on it. Now, Tina says her daughter bought this originally and couldn't mind it anymore, so Tina ended up with it, but yeah. Gorgeous. On the windowsill here we see on the left a Renathera that Tina recently bought, so she's experimenting with those. But in flower we have Princess Mikasa White, Vanda Princess Mikasa White, and isn't it just gorgeous? There's a lot of green in those white flowers. Really, really pretty thing. And in we go to Tina's sunroom. Some shelves here with several orchids on them, and in here the very, very sunny room. So this is the room that Tina has minded my plants for me, and it is a lot sunnier than my setup at home. So I have Cattleyas on south facing windows, but Tina's south facing is a good deal brighter because this is a beautiful Streptocarpus called DS-Horus, the sun god, and I think you can see why. Here we have a mini terrarium where things that need extra humidity are being kept. And down there you'll see Erangus equitans. And Tina had 3 little babies of it, but one of them has managed to find its way home with me. On this side we have lots of Cattleyas, some of them in sheath so far. And it is the beginning of the sheathing season, let's say. So we shall see how that goes. Moving up here, that would be Coastal Sunrise. And over on the right we have Myrmecatavola Frances Fox, which both myself and Tina got one of in a recent order from Sherbet in Germany. And Tina's is actually doing a good bit better than mine. She has a new growth coming up here. And well, it'll be a race to see whose flowers first. And there's lots of fun things going on in this corner. From the large Begonia luxurians to some Streptocarpus, Clivia, and yet more orchids. I've managed to find my way down to Tina's Streptocarpus room, and there's that lovely one. It's called Orange, although it's not really orange, of course, but a beautiful one. But look at this up here. I love the deep magenta on that and the yellow lip. The light isn't great in here. And the last Streptocarpus I want to show you is over on this side, where this one, which is obviously a fantasy type, I think it's one of the Russian hybrids, but those flecks of pink are just so lovely. Gorgeous colour. Okay, so time to wrap it up, I guess, and head on home. Thanks very much to Tina for having us around again. We didn't drink any tea this time, but we definitely will the next time. I think I said that last time round. That's all for now. Check back if you want to see lots more videos like this, and perhaps we'll go on another trip to Tina's at some stage. Thanks very much for watching. Bye now.